Hey guys, it's Morgan, and we're in the month of June. We're actually halfway through the month of June, so this TBR is really late. Sorry, but I want to share with you what books I'll be reading for the month of June. The book that I'm currently reading, as we speak, is Miss Peregrine's Home for Imaginary Children by Ransom Riggs. And you guys may be thinking, hey Morgan, why are you just now starting that series? And the answer to that question is, I don't know. I just never picked up the series until recently. So I figure I'm gonna see what this trilogy is all about. If you are like me and you haven't read Miss Peregrine's Home for Imaginary Children, the story takes place in England. In an island, there is a house of very odd and peculiar children, and the main character was left small clues by his grandfather about this house. Anything more than that would be a spoiler, and I'm not going to do that to you guys, but I would seriously suggest picking up Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I have been enjoying it. I'm about halfway through the book. Originally, when I heard about this book, I was a little creeped out by the levitating girl on the cover, but I got past it. The pictures in the book are creepy, though, I won't lie, but I do enjoy this story. It has to deal with a little bit of time travel, and I won't really give much more detail than that because it really will be a spoiler. I'm very late on this bandwagon. I know, you're probably thinking it. I know, I'm late. I'm very late. I know I am. I'm very late. But I am enjoying this story so far. I'm about halfway through the book, and I will continue on with the rest of the series. So the next book I will be getting into is The Astonishing Life of Octavian Nothing, Traitor to the Nation, Volume 1, The Pox Party. Octavian is a young African-American boy around the time of the Revolutionary War. The story actually starts before the Revolutionary War, but the British are in Boston. Octavian lives in a house full of scientists who are constantly doing experiments, not necessarily on him, but just within the house. He lives in the house with his mother as well. Octavian is pretty much a specimen to these scientists. They have given him the best education from reading, math, music, the arts, and it's really interesting to see Octavian's dynamic with the other African-American characters in the book because they are essentially servants. It's historical fiction. It has a very kind of slow beginning because it really does set up Octavian's life, and if you like historical fiction, I would recommend this book. It's the first book in a duology, I believe. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to give you guys spoilers on these books, and also I try to prevent myself from being spoiled, so I never know too much about a book before I go into it. I know the very surface premise, kind of the very shallow premise of the book, and that kind of determines whether or not I'm going to read it. But what I have heard about this book, I've liked. I'll definitely go into more detail for my June wrap-up if I finish this book by June. But yeah, I'm excited to get into this further. The next book I'm going to read for the month of June is Get Your Life by Kareem Taylor. Get Your Life is not a how-to book. It's more of a book to inspire, book to create thought, a book to help you kind of find yourself and find what your passion is and go after that passion and get what you want done, if that makes any sense. I'm so on many levels excited to get into this book. Kareem is a great person, and I will link his blog in the description box below. I'll link the website for the book in the description box below. Every single comment I've heard about this book or read about this book has been phenomenal, and I'm just so excited and so proud. Yeah, I think proud is a pretty good word. I'm really proud and excited and looking forward to reading this. So just to read kind of the first blurb of the book. Success is inevitable for those who put their minds to something and go do it. But if ambition gets you going, what keeps you going? If you've started a project, perhaps you understand what I mean. In this book, I will teach you the new way to think about ambition and show you how to confidently find your voice, map out your mission, and ultimately get your life. I can't wait to get into this book, especially with starting this YouTube channel, which had been an idea of mine for at least 6 or 7 months before I really started putting videos on it. I mean, before my first video, my hello video, I had filmed at least 3 or 4 other ones and never even began to edit them. This book will keep me on that kind of mission, on that road, on that little highway, on this journey to keep talking to you guys, to keep talking about books, to just talk about things I'm interested, to even keep vlogging, because vlogging is difficult. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to put it out there. Vlogging is a lot harder than it looks, and I think I say that in all 3 of my vlogs, that crap is difficult. But it's something that I find that I enjoy. Editing these videos, I enjoy. Uploading them to YouTube is exciting, just to see who's going to watch it, just to see if I get a response, to see if people are responsive to what I'm creating and the content that I'm putting out there. So this little book might be riding with me all summer, honestly. I can't wait to get into this book. I can't wait to just sit down with a cup of tea or a really big iced coffee and get through this. I can't wait. For the 4th book that I'm going to get to for the month of June is A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. This is the 2nd book to the Darker Shade of Magic series, and I really loved A Darker Shade of Magic. If you don't know what A Darker Shade of Magic is about, it is about not necessarily time travel, but definitely traveling between parallel universes. The book takes place in London. There are 4 different Londons: a black London, a white London, a red London, and a gray London. And there are only a certain amount of people who can travel between these parallel universes. And a bunch of insanity ensues, so to speak. I won't go too much into this. Actually, I'm not going to go into this at all, since it is the 2nd book in the series, and going into it will spoil the 1st book. If you haven't read A Darker Shade of Magic, read it, and then jump on this one. This was actually one of my most anticipated books of 2016. If you want to know what my other most anticipated books of 2016 are, books that have already come out since it is June, and books that are going to come out, leave a comment in the description box and I'll definitely make that video. I would really be excited to make that video, actually. I might make that video anyway. I'm gonna put that out there. I might make that video anyway. But definitely start off with A Darker Shade of Magic, and once you're done, pick up this bad boy. Those are the 4 books I will be reading for the month of June. If you've read these books or if you're interested in these books, definitely leave a comment in the description box below. Other than that, have a great day, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later. Like always, guys, if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to follow me to see when I post new videos, click subscribe.